Hi everybody, and welcome back to the Stamperia Sunflower Art mini album tutorial series designed for Scrap and Create. If you are just joining me in the tutorial series, there is a complete supply list video showing you all the products that you will need to make this project. However, you can also click on the links in the description box below for all the products that are available on the Scrap and Create website. So check those links out, purchase those products, and follow along. Now that I have completely finished decorating the entire inside of the album, I'm going to go back through starting with the front cover and pull all the inserts out and add the extra paper to those. I should have plenty of extra paper that I can cover all of the backs. I will still be using some of the red and some of the yellow to break up the patterns, but we'll definitely have enough paper, and I may add some additional mats in as well. For the back of this first large photo mat, this is from the 12 by 12 paper. The top one is 7/8 by 6 3/4. Then the bottom one is about 3/4 by 6 3/4. And this is 4.5 by 6 3/4. So I'm going to adhere all of these down to my photo mat. Now that I have the photo mat covered, I'm going to take this piece from the die cut assortment, and I'm only going to remove the backing off of a portion of the bottom part. Then I'm going to adhere this down here to my photo mat. That way my photo will slide underneath of that piece. Once my photo mat is finished, I'm going to go ahead and slide it back in here underneath my belly band. And then I'm going to put this tag here in this pocket. In this pocket, I originally only had one 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 photo mat. So I did cut one piece of yellow cardstock to 4 by 6. I'm going to place this on the back side. And then for the front, this was a leftover piece. I believe it's from the 12 by 12. It's also 4 by 6, and I'm going to place it here on the front of this photo mat. I've also cut a second 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 photo mat. I have a red piece cut 4 to 6, 4 inches by 6 inches for the back. And then I have this piece. It was from the 12 by 12 paper. It's cut to 4 by 6, and I'm going to place it here on the front of this photo mat. If you want to add any type of decoration to the back of these photo mats, you can. You can use some of the cut aparts from the 8 by 8 or the 12 by 12 papers that we haven't used. I'm going to leave mine plain, and I'm going to just place these here in my pocket. And I think I'm going to actually put both of them upright like this, and then I'll put my card in here in the front. Then I'll close this flap, bring back my cut apart or my card from that card pack, and hold my page closed. This page here doesn't need anything on it. Everything has already been added to this one. We're going to come here next. So I need to create something for this pocket. I have a photo mat that measures 4 1/4 by 7 inches that I have cut. For the back side, I have a piece of red that's 4 inches by 6 3/4. And then from the, I believe this is from the 12 by 12 paper, 4 inches by 6 3/4. This is going to go on the front of the photo mat, and we'll place that down in the pocket. Next, I'm going to place my photo mat into my pocket. I'm going to slide it down in until it's just peeking out from the top. Then I'm going to untie this so I can come up here. The inside flaps are fine. We're going to come in here next. So we have our card booklet and our little cut apart card. I've cut a piece to 1 1/2 by 2 inches of my cardstock, and then from my 8 by 8 paper, I cut out this little tiny piece that I'm going to adhere down to the front of my cardstock first. Then I'm going to make this a tuck spot for a little tag. So I'm going to be using this tag. It is from the 12 by 12 papers. And I'm going to place this here. You can place this sideways, you can place it straight, however you want. I'm going to make sure that it is underneath my flap so you don't see it until you open the page. And I want my tag to fit sideways. Now, if you want to put it this way, you can. I just don't like the look of it that way. So I'm going to place mine here. I'm going to add adhesive to the right side and the bottom edge of my little piece and adhere this down to the page. And if you want to place ribbons or threads through your tags, you can also do that to add some extra embellishment too, but I'm just going to leave mine plain. So I have my tag tucked in there, and that's all I'm going to add since I've got these two pieces here that I can add my photos on and my journaling on as well. For my upper flaps, I'm going to open, and you will see that there are several things in here already. So I have the card. I did switch this out for the other one. And I have these cards in here as well, but I'm going to be adding to this. I'm going to add this from the 12 by 12. And then I'm going to add this from the 12 by 12. And there's plenty of room in here for more things. So you could add more photo mats in here if you want to, more tags. I'm just going to leave these in here for now. Now I'm going to come here to the bottom flap and open this up. So in my pocket, I already have the tag and the bookmark, but I've cut another piece of cardstock to 2 3/4 by 7. And then I cut a piece of the yellow to 2 1/2 by 6 3/4. This is going to go on the back side. Then I have one of these little scraps that was sitting on my desk. I cut it to 2 3/4, and I'm going to place this down here just as a little bit of decoration, but I'm only going to adhere down those sides that touch my cardstock. And then for the front, I have cut this piece. I think this is the 12 by 12 paper that I've cut this from, 2 1/2 by 6 3/4. And I'm going to place it right here on the front and place this in the pocket. Once I have my bookmark or my photo mat complete, I will place it down here in this pocket. I have my bookmark that I will place back in my pocket. And then I'll put my tag in here too. Then I will close this page and we're finished here. So we will move then on down to the inside of this page. Everything inside here is fine, so we need the photo mat for the pocket. I have my booklet with the front covered. I need to come on to the inside and the outside. I'll start with the back. For the back, this is from the 8 by 8. This measures 6 3/4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to just place this here on the back of the card. Then for the inside, I have 2 photo mats that measure 4 1/4 by 6 3/4 that I'm going to be placing one here and one here. Now this was a leftover piece. It was all cut as one, but I have cut this into 4 pieces. The first one is 3/4 inch by 6 3/4, and I'm going to place it down here at the bottom. Then I'm going to put my photo mat next to it. Then I have a 1/4 inch by 6 3/4 inch piece. It's going to go here below the score line. I have a second 1/4 inch by 6 3/4 inch piece, and it's going to go above the score line, followed by my red mat, and then another piece that's 3/4 by 6 3/4 that's going to go on the top. So I'm going to adhere all of these things down, and I'm going to come back in and add some decoration. From the 8x8 papers, I've cut these two small little sentiments. I'm going to place the first one down at the bottom, so I'm going to only adhere the bottom portion of this down, and I will place this onto my cardstock so that my photo will then slide behind it. This one's going to go at the top, so I will add adhesive to the top portion. And then I'm going to adhere this up here to the top left corner. So now I have my booklet. I need to add my piece here to the back, and then I will place it under my belly band. In addition to my booklet, I've also switched it out for my larger card that I'm going to place in here as well. And then I'm going to move into the center part, but I'm going to flip this up for now so that I have room for my photo mat. So we have the large photo mat with the belly band. It is blank on the back. I'm going to start on the back side first. First, you want to cut a piece that measures, well, I just had this piece, so I cut it down. It was 2 3/8, and I have mine a little bit shorter because I was going to do something else. Cut yours to 7 inches and place it here on the side. Then I have my photo mat. It's 4 1/4. Cut yours to 7 inches. And then place it here side by side on the photo mat. Now I'm going to make another photo mat for my photo mat to tuck down in here. This one is 4 inches by 5 3/4. For the back, I have a yellow piece that's 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. I'll place it in the center. And then on the front, I have this piece. I believe it's from the 12 by 12. 3 3/4 by 5 1/2, and I will place it here in the center. Once my photo mat is complete, I'm going to tuck it under the belly band and place it here. There is enough room that you can add another photo mat under your belly band if you want to, but I'm going to just place the one here. You can also turn this around and place it this direction if you want, especially once you have a photo on it and you can see your photo. Just depends on what you want to do. I'm also going to place a tag in here, so I'm just going to tuck this tag right into the tuck spot over the belly band. Now, if this doesn't work out when I put this in my pocket, if it keeps falling off, then I will end up removing this or placing it somewhere else. But I'm going to open this, and then I'm going to place this down here into my pocket. And then when I pull it out, let's see what it does with that tag. Okay, the tag does stay in place, which is what I wanted to happen. So I will just go ahead and place my photo mat right back into my pocket, just peeking up a little from the inside. So that is everything for the album that I am going to be doing. You do have some leftover cut apart pages. I believe there is one full size 8x8 paper and a pretty good portion of one of the 12x12s left. So if you wanted to add more to this, you can, but you also want to pay attention to how much room you have in your album, because right now it looks like you have room, but once you start adding photos, it's going to actually push these pages up, and you don't want it to look like this. So just be careful if you are going to add more things to your album. Okay, so one more really quick addition. I took 2 of my ephemera sunflowers and I popped this one up on the foam squares. I put this one straight down on the cover just to give it a little bit more. I thought it needed something in this corner. It was just a little too plain for me. So now I promise I am finished and everything is done with our album. So this is it for my sunflower art mini album tutorial series designed for Scrap and Create. I hope you have enjoyed the process of making this album and that you will enjoy using it or gifting it to someone else. Don't forget, if you have just joined the tutorial series, all of the products that I'm using that are on the Scrap and Create website are linked in the description box below. You can go ahead and click on those to purchase those to make this album yourself. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.